Well, we have one in here this morning. Need to explain to him he doesn't belong in here. I was hoping not to get my boots full of shit this morning. Well, not as full. What's outside here isn't as sticky. What's inside, a little bit of hay mixed with it, and it gets a little sticky. And I'm sure some of them are running around now that I'm out here and turned the lights off in there. And things look a little dampish this morning. Not really wet, but like maybe it sprinkled a little. That wet spot behind red. That looked like that last night. Well, yesterday, I should say. Oh, red man. Yeah, look out, bud. Yeah, that wasn't like that, so it had to have let a little bit out. Somebody moved this. That's how you should make a pitchfork. That's a piece of 1/2-inch pipe on that one. That one's out here for when they flick chunks out. It's also here to clean up around the posts. It worked good for that. And I have not looked to see if our alternator is here yet. I will check that as soon as I'm done feeding. And either way, I got to get in the shop and start taking that old alternator off. I see somebody left the door open last night. Keep in mind, I didn't feed last night. Ty and Becky were nice enough to feed for me. Morning, boys. Yes, good morning, Wally. I hear you. And between me being a little late this morning and the day's getting longer, it's lighter on the camera, but it's just light enough in here. I don't need to turn the lights on to feed. Although I might need to see what Becky did with the... Looks like the bale of hay's been plastered. I don't know yet. Anyway, I'm going to let you go so I can finish feeding. And the slight movement you kind of see, I can... Yeah, there he is. Hi, cowboy. I can see him. Funny if the camera couldn't see that lighter than me. Oh well, here's what it is. Well, it did rain this morning before I got up, and it is doing it again now. Just started again. The sun was literally just shining 5 minutes ago. And Scamazon is 35 minutes past their window for delivery. But, hey, I'm still in here taking it apart. I'm debating on if I attempt to get the other wires loose with the alternator or just cut them off, because I'm not going to be using those anyway. And that stinking bolt, I don't know why it won't come out. It's almost out. Kind of cocked and don't want to come, but it will come. And I forgot Ty wasn't going to be here today. She's helping a friend today. If I can get out and get this thing emptied out, see if I can get Becky to take a little video. I mean, there is one, you know, back there, 4 or 5 years in my videos. There's more than one, actually, of it running. Because Ty did get some decent footage of it, but... Becky packing more shit out to the dumpster. Oh, yeah. Furnace filter in her right hand. A few days late on changing that. We've been trying to do that the first of the month. Seems to keep things working better. And it's going to rain a little harder. Oh well, it is what it is. Raining like it is out there right now. It's only thing that does is make it a little harder for me to see out the window. Because there ain't no wiper. Go figure. Scamazon is rarely out of their window for delivery for us. They're over an hour and a half late now. And the guy's got his location turned off, so Ty can't find out where he is, how soon he's going to be here. Last thing was when he left the depot in Hillsboro, we were supposed to be 7 stops away. But I wanted to show you this. This is one of Chrysler's awesome ideas. See where the dipstick is? And the tube. There you can see the top of the tube, about the middle of the screen. When you put the alternator right here, that's what you see. Just like that. And that tube's down there far enough, getting it back in is a total bitch. Just thought I'd share that with you. And yeah, I'm impatiently waiting. Might have to go in and help Becky with some stuff or whatever. Or God forbid, maybe go spread some straw, but I don't want to do that either. I'm too sore for that. Bouncing this thing, it does take its toll on me. One of these days, I would like to, I got too many other projects ahead of it. There's different yoke designs. I would like to do an air ride on it. And what most of them do, they'll come up here and put a pivot, or maybe it's solid up here. They'll come out and put a pivot out here and run it back. That's what they do, the pivot's out here. And run it back and put an airbag in there, which will take a lot of bounce out of it. And hey, you know, if I wasn't bouncing over gopher mounds and mole mounds and ruts and whatever else, it'd be a lot smoother. The other thing that would make it much smoother would be floaters on the back instead of those. They have their advantage. On worked ground going uphill, when you get empty, you don't get a whole lot of traction, believe it or not. It gets too light on the back. But most of the time, it's not an issue. And yeah, gee, why a diamond tread and why a bar tread? Well, it's easy. Because the tire shop we were dealing with happened to have those sitting there. Customer wanted to get rid of them. Those are Gleaner combine tires and wheels. And they happened to be 10-hole bud. The Gleaner was smart. They used a common hole pattern, unlike most others. Which means that one is actually bolted directly on. And my spacers, it's actually 2 split rims turned around back to back and welded together. And I mean, I spent a lot of time getting those together. Measured the hell out of them, tacked and measured and cut tacks off and tweaked and measured. And this thing, when those are turning, are literally, that sucker runs true. There's no wiggle at all. And say the reason is because there was one set of bar tread and one set of diamonds. We paid $100 a piece for each tire and wheel. You can't even buy a floater rim, even a used one, for that price. And when we got this machine, I was buying stuff for it before we got it. You know, we knew we were going to go get it. Had a set of 66 inches with wheels that we picked up inexpensively. I mean, got a set of 4 because they were off another buggy, but there was 2 good ones out of the bunch. Had to take the crappy ones too. Unfortunately, there's not room on this chassis for 66-inch rubber. These are roughly 54-inch, I believe, and the only 54-inch we could find anywhere in the country were new ones. Floaters, that is. And it was like $600 I told her, yeah, yep, these are 54 inches tall. Keep in mind, the fenders were already on the machine, and the oil tank was already on the other side, and by the time you put 66-inch on, you'd have to relocate the oil tank, which there's nowhere to put it. Have to relocate the fenders, and it was just not going to be feasible. And we did shorten things up a little so we could get the box farther forward. Well, we shortened things up, then we got the box as far forward as we could get it. And we moved this piece right here, and the firewall is original, but we moved it ahead, I think it was 6 inches, so we could squeeze the cab in. Shifts weight on the front, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna find something to do while I wait. I got damp. I figured since it was sitting here and the good gas is right here, I pushed it back and topped it off so it's got a full tank. And fired it up, run it here till it warmed up enough that it was fairly easy to shift. As soon as I backed out, it started raining. But I went down to the bridge, came back up. So, hey, it's my day. It's been a lot of nothing. Should have been a lot of hustling. Ty got on Scamazon's ass and said, hey, and they're going, oh, we see that the delivery guys or whatever, the transportation team, I think is how they put it, messed up. So I don't know if that means that, you know, they lied and that alternator really didn't get on the truck, or what that's supposed to mean. Either way, I don't have an alternator yet. I'm gonna go ahead and feed now. They guaranteed it to be here tonight. They said it should be here no later than 6 p.m. Should be no later than 6 p.m. Keywords there. Which means I'll be making something for that in the morning. Unless it shows up here real soon, and then I'll start on something now, maybe. And, yeah, today's just been drippy. Hopefully there's, you know, a few lighter showers tomorrow and not too bad, so that I can finish spreading fertilizer. I don't care if it's raining like hell when I'm done, as long as I can see to get home. That's the biggest thing. I do this to wake all the cows up. Sorry, there you go. That wakes the cows up, then they know it's time to eat. And if anybody's outside, they come in. In the morning, it wakes them up, and they come in from the feed barn. I thought about, Becky wants to make a pen for the pups inside that bay in the machine shed. I thought about messing with that today, but her car is, of course, you know, let's park it right in front of where you want to do something. And I'm not going to go searching for her key. I don't have a key for it. And that stupid thing, you know, got to have that key fob near it or you can't do anything with it. She might have left it in there. I have no idea. But that's what I know. And the dogs are figuring out that I fed them. Red's usually the smartest of the bunch. And it's been rainy, and Blue will sit up there till he's ready to come down and eat. So anyway, hope you all had a great Sunday. I mean, I guess mine wasn't too bad, really. I got to lay around a little bit. Not a lot, but I did my first share of relaxing today. I didn't get you anything special today, other than those two are still in there because Ty ain't here. I'll go out and do my population tomorrow. But here we go. Good evening, sweetheart. How are you? Camera shy this morning, or this afternoon. 4:32, 4:22. She doesn't usually get too close. That's probably about as close as she gets. 4:46 over there chewing her cud. She usually comes up. Maybe they don't want dinner tonight. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great Monday. Say hi, Ron.
Hey.
Look at that. Ron stopped by to visit with the pups.
And you guys. Just getting bombarded by the pups.
Yeah, one of them's sacked out with Becky, but the other two are picking on Ron. So there he is. I know y'all haven't seen him in a while.